Hi guys, it's Tamina here. I thought I would share with you guys. I thought I'd share with you guys on something that happened yesterday. So, I've been on a weight loss journey for feels like forever. Like seriously. All up I lost about 12, 13 kilos. Doesn't seem like much, but I think I've built a lot of muscle as well. So I went to the doctor's yesterday, and just as a routine checkup, she said to me, she said, hop on the scales and let me measure you and do your height. So I did, and I was like, oh my God, like, it's like the worst fear for a girl, like, to do that. So I hopped on the scales, and I was 64 kilos, which I haven't been for ages. And then she checked my BMI, and she's like, wow, she goes, you're spot on, like, for your BMI, your average weight. She goes, if anything, you could probably lose 1 kilo. She said, but it's not a big drama. I was like, well, actually, I'm going to lose about 6 more kilos. And she was like, probably not, but I do. I'm only short, so even like being 64 kilos is heavy, like for me. So I was really excited about that because I've always been in the overweight or obese, like even though I didn't look obese, but that was basically what I was. So so I was pretty excited about that with body image, and lately how my body image problems have been going. Obviously, I'm still very insecure about myself. I have good days, bad days, like we all do. One thing at the moment, we had a break for 2 weeks. We just found ourselves in a funk. So I was like freaking out. So I just did the whole portion control. So when I eat my food, I leave some, or I only give myself a certain amount of food. And I just try and drink as much water as possible. We did have a day there, or 2 days, where we ate junk. Like we had some stressful days, so I was like, stuff this. So I went and got some shapes, which are biscuits, and we got some chips. So like that was like our naughtiness. And once that was over, like it was over, so it didn't really matter. But so what else? So in those 2 weeks, I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to put on weight. So I went and bought scales a few weeks ago, which is like the biggest no-no, because the scales for me, I get addicted. So I will weigh myself every morning, or any chance that I can that I notice the scales, or as soon as I feel bloated or whatever else, I'll weigh myself, and then I just get disappointed, and then it's just a spiral out of control. So I went and bought some scales, and I said to Darren, I said, I bought some scales, but I just wanted to know how much I weighed, and they were cheap anyway. And so I hid them in the laundry, and like since then, me and him have been weighing ourselves, and like just disappointed with my weight. But over this 2 weeks, I've actually lost 1.5 kilos, and pardon me, and I haven't even been working out. So 3 days ago, we started working out again, and damn, like my legs, like I went on the bike, and I was mainly on the bike, and I was doing squats, and that was for like 40 minutes or whatever, and I just rotate. So I'd do 2 minutes on the bike, and then I'd do a minute of squats, and then 2 minutes on the bike and a minute of squats. So the spin bike really helps with legs and butt, and squats helps with legs and butt. So by the end, like my legs were shaking, and the next morning when I woke up, I literally couldn't walk. And then I think it was, no, not yesterday, the day before, we done weights. And when we did the weights, it was like, oh my God, it literally, I went up to bench pressing, I think it was like 40 kilos bench pressing, and now I'm back down to 20 kilos, like, and even 20 kilos bench pressing that in doing 10 reps, like I think it's like 10 rounds of 10 reps. it feels heavy, and like my chest is so sore, like literally so sore. But it feels good, like it feels good to have your blood pumping. I think once you get into a funk, then it's hard to get back to working out. But overall, I'm pretty happy that I lost weight in the 2 weeks that I didn't work out, because usually I haven't lost any weight and I just continue to work out and not really see change. Before I started out on this weight loss journey, I was very top heavy. I still am, like I'm like all boobs. And I'm very broad, and like I was top heavy. So I had like no bum and no legs, where now things have changed, and I've lost weight off my arms and stuff, but I've built a bum and muscling my legs, built up my legs. So like my legs have never been this big before, and my butt has never been this big before, and it's all down to the spin bike, which is awesome. So the only thing that has not gone throughout this whole weight loss journey is my boobs. Like they have just stayed there and they've hung on. Like, and everyone told me, like even through pregnancy when I had Jayla, everyone was like, you know, once you have a child, like that's it, your boobs are just gone. So I was always expecting that, because I always, like at one point I had size F boobs. Now they're down to like a double D, maybe a D, which I'm super happy with. But yeah, like they just don't go. Like I'm very lucky that they haven't gone, but at the same time, I do want them a little smaller. But yeah, nothing to complain about there. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with my progress. You know, I have a lot of body image problems, but who doesn't? What woman doesn't? When you have a child, I think that sparks a lot of things off for body image, until you get your confidence back and you get your body where you want it, or just feel comfortable in yourself. So I just wanted to share you that my BMI is average, of average weight, and I'm like pretty excited about that. So I wanted to share that with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this vlog. And if you haven't already subscribed, subscribe. And I'll see you for our next video. See you guys.